The penalties for illegal car modifications and minor driving violations are becoming harsher across America. For example, if you veer into a bike lane or have the wrong spoiler on your car, the offense could cost you thousands of dollars in some states. Yet those fines are light compared to other major offenses such as the cost of a DUI. Serious driving offenses hurt you in a number of ways. In addition to the fine and court costs, you could end up spending thousands more to get back a suspended license or getting your car after it's been impounded. Even a minor traffic ticket can end up costing you your license and hundreds in fees if you don't pay right away. Until we see reform, drivers should avoid the offenses that are very expensive to fix. Whether they raise your insurance premiums or cost you thousands in fines, your life could change very quickly if you find yourself getting pulled over for one of the infractions on this list. Well, luckily for you, you clicked on this video. Here are the 10 most expensive car violations. First on the list, we have driving with a blocked license plate. Many states have remote sensors that read your license plates before assessing a fine. You might have seen these systems in carpool lanes in large intersections, for red light violations, and on toll bridges. Drivers who disguise their vehicle and thus the driver's identity will pay severely if caught. Fines for interfering with plate readers start around $1,100 before you factor in the hike in insurance rates and the potential loss of your license. Up next, we have reckless driving. Of the many offenses someone can commit while driving, reckless driving can yield some of the biggest insurance hikes. Without any violations, drivers nationwide enjoyed insurance premiums of about $1,300. But drivers saw their insurance premiums raise up to $2,300 after reckless driving violations. Avoiding this expensive mistake is simple. Pay attention to the road and don't do anything obviously illegal. Up next, we have the new California exhaust law. On January 1st, 2019, a new rule went into effect, changing the way the California cops can bust you for exhaust noise violations, and the California car community is freaking out about it. Before 2019, California cops could pull you over for having a loud exhaust, but they would only issue a fix-it ticket. This means if you went back to them with a stock exhaust reinstalled within a certain period of time, you would be free and clear. With this new law, police are not allowed to do that anymore, and now they would just give you a violation on the spot. How much is this violation, you ask? Well, it averages around $1,000. So how can you get this monumental fine? Well, there are two things the state of California cares about when it comes to the car's exhaust. First, how loud it is, with 95 decibels being the limit, and how much it pollutes. Biannual smog testing means your car has to pass an emissions test to stay street legal, but noise enforcement is a little more vague. This means if a California cop thinks you sound too loud, they can pull you over and slap you with a ticket. So those of you Californians with wide pipes, it might be wise to coast with your clutch in when you pass a parked police car. Up next, we have violations resulting in bodily injury. Although speeding and endangering people can cost you hundreds of dollars, hurting others because of your speeding will cost you much more. For a violation resulting in bodily harm, you're looking at a fine of about $1,000. Of course, this figure only marks the beginning of your financial hit. In some cases, you'll need a lawyer to defend you in court against criminal charges. Meanwhile, you'll likely lose your license and also watch your insurance premiums rise. Up next, we have street racing. Getting caught street racing can be one costly gamble. The authorities don't care why you did it, they'll just arrest you and fine you for the trouble. Once you get your license back, expect your insurance premiums to skyrocket. Premiums nationwide after a racing violation average $2,300. Up next, we have driving under the influence. Of all the dangerous and disruptive things you can do behind the wheel, driving drunk will get you in the most trouble. In some states, you face jail time for the first offense. Adding court fees, legal services, and the breathalyzer device that you'll have to install into your vehicle, you're looking at a cost of $10,000 for a DUI. When you finally get your license back, your insurance premium has a 100% chance of skyrocketing. In California, those with DUIs can expect a $3,000 increase in their premiums. Up next, we have interference with traffic devices. If you want to see the highest fines a state hands out, try tampering with traffic devices, such as stoplights or stop signs. Even when this act does not directly result in an injury, you'll see a fine for $2,100 for, say, disabling the red light near the entrance to your cul-de-sac. While this violation involves some serious criminal activity, we imagine that they didn't need to write the law unless they caught someone doing it. Next on the list, we have AtFault Accidents. In no-fault accident states, drivers carry personal injury insurance, so drivers can't sue the offending party and create unnecessary legal wrangling. However, in the rest of the country, such wrangling continues. If you're found at fault in an accident, your insurance provider will pay through the nose to cover your medical bills and property damage. But of course, naturally, you're the one that's going to pay in the end, with insurance premiums increasing an average of $600 for at-fault accidents. Next on the list, we have failing to yield to emergency vehicles. Those flashing lights on cop cars, fire trucks, and ambulances are there for a reason. Emergency personnel need to move without interference in order to respond to a crime scene or to save a life. Drivers who are either too careless careless or in too much of a hurry to yield will pay the price. California, for example, charges fines for a failure to yield to emergency vehicles starting at $490. Not to mention, you'll also see your insurance premiums rise as well. Up next, we have speeding. Speeding tickets have jumped considerably in recent years, and in many cases, it's merely a way for states to generate revenue. Even driving 10 miles per hour or less above the posted limit will land you in fines. But the cost doesn't stop there. According to a study by Insurance Zebra, drivers' insurance rates will also go up by an average of $270 after that ticket. If you thought a minor speeding ticket was expensive, don't get pulled over in California. That's because exceeding the speed limit of 26 miles per hour there could land you a ticket of $490 to start. No matter where you live, you'll watch your insurance rates jump by hundreds of dollars for speeding at such a high clip. Well guys, those are the most expensive car violations of all time. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see the channel, subscribe and put post notifications on. I'm Jeff from Modern Muscle, and I'll see ya next time.